So for code-based plotting, you need to extract the data from your model, from your code, whatever. But in the time series here, so here I have a set of data in time series. And now I want to plot all of them, some of them in the same plot, some of them in another plot. And then I can put it on my publication, my reports. So first you need this data. Second, okay, download this file. In the file called plot data, first you have to load the data to be sure that your data will be. First you have to clear everything, because maybe you will have some problem when you some data from your former manipulation with MATLAB or from a session will affect your data. So be sure to clear everything, close everything, and then load your data. So here I'm trying to plot 4 figures. The first one is for the VDC. So exactly here is for the data from the output of H and HVDC, high voltage direct current. The output of this system will be VDC reactive power, active power of the other side, and other converter, and the reactive power of the other converter. The first one you want to put a name of your figure for sure. So here I put a name. So now, because in this I want to the output of the system track a reference. So first I plot the reference here. So we can do step by step. Here. Okay, so for VDC, you would want to plot. And this is for VDC. First, I want to plot the reference of the VDC, because here I want to track the VDC. The VDC reference is a step. Here I also try to compare the performance between different light lengths, 110 km, 750 km, and 14 km. So the longer line you have better performance, but not too long. So if you want to continue to plot, first you need to put the name of the figure here. When you plot this, you have to hold on, because otherwise they will try to plot in another figure. So to ensure this in the same figure, you like to hold on every time you want to plot. And in the end, assure you now you want to plot in another figure, so you have to hold on. You can put the legend here. Reference first depends on your plot, so they will put accordingly to your order here. reference, this one, and after that you can set many things. Here I only want to try to set the font size, but you can set the fonts, set all the things like here for the X, Y, and axis X. Here I want grid on, so I put grid on. So you see this thin line like this, so it's called grid. Here you want to change the label, the add label. You see, so it's exactly like the LaTeX. So if you want to have something under your V, so it's like this. So you will see, you put exactly like LaTeX. Because here I interpret it, it's like LaTeX, so it's exactly the same. You want it bold on the font size, it's the same for X label. Okay, for this figure, you don't need to zoom because it's quite clear. So in your report, it's the same. But for the next one, here for the reactive power, for the first converter, you'll see nothing here. That's when you have to zoom in. So you repeat the same procedure, set the legend and so on, set the label as you want. Now, first you have to put just set the name of this one because this one is the current plot. When you put the name like this, this one will become the current plot. So first you have to put the location of the plot to be zoomed in. So this one, so you see from this x1 here, very close to 0.1 to x5. So here, so I want to zoom from this to this, but in Y I put a very small, minus 0.9 E6, so it's very close to here, so it's a rectangle very small like this. So if you zoom in, you will see a rectangle. Yeah, you see. Here you have how to add this small rectangle. So it's so exactly where this you zoom. But in your report you won't see it because too small. If you also want to remove it, depends on your case. Okay, so second, where you put your zoom in block. So here, because I have some spare space here, so I want to put here the full here. So you will see this one like this. So to do this, we have a function called zoom plot. So that requires what plot to zoom, the current plot, the location for the plot to be zoomed in, and the location for the zoom in plot. Yeah. To see what I did inside it, open this file, zoom plot. Actually, it's from MATLAB Exchange, but I modify a little bit to have a more suitable plot for my case. But you can modify it also because its license is GN, General Public License, so you can use whatever you want, whatever suits you, but not for commercial. first one you want to hold on. So which means you plot in the same figure. Yeah. You add the position. You get the data boundary from the original plot. To be sure that your plot inside this figure, you calculate the ratio for sure, because this is where you want to plot a very small one, but now you try to zoom, so you have to calculate this ratio, and then you can zoom in by using vector here. So first you have to read in the position, the boundary on your plot, compute the corresponding position in the new one. Then now you draw the rectangle around the source position, that small one I told you here. So here you see. So now you create a zoom in axis. Yeah. You want to put the axis based on your compute position, and now you can copy all the objects from the original one to the one you want to put here, and you set the limit, a y and y and x into this. So it actually is copy everything here, but then you do a zoom inside, like the way you do it manually in part 1. And in the end you set whatever you want here, some customization, you put the box, and the last two one is the most important one. So you have to make sure that the original plot will be high, your zoom plot. Otherwise, you won't see the zoom plot. So that's all for the zoom plot. Okay. So if you want to see the active power, it will be the same. Like this, zoom in this part, and the reactive power, and okay, the reactive power here, you see a zoom in here. So like this, you can change the font size and anything, just do what you want in the zoom plot. Alright, and that's it for the plot for publication and report.